So I've been playing Ashe all week. I've been having a lot of fun with this Warframe, and I've been posting YouTube shorts on my YouTube channel about Ashe, and mostly people have been asking the same thing, and it's, bro, what's the build? Well, here we are. We're talking about the build today. So, like always, I always say this on my videos, that these are not beginner-friendly builds. If you just started playing this game recently, you might not have the resources in order to play this frame the way that I play this frame. But that's okay. Save the video or screenshot the builds and come back to it later when you have the resources necessary in order to play like this. I want you to notice that you have 4 Archon Shards that are purple and 1 that's blue. The blue one is giving us an extra 75% energy max, with the combined for Prime Flow bringing our energy to a 502. Now this is important because here, gain 37% melee critical damage when max energy is over 500. The damage boost doubles. With 4 purple shards, this brings our damage boost to 296%. So here's the Ashe build. I want you to notice that there's an Arcane Fury here. On critical hit, 60% chance for 180% melee damage for 18 seconds. And then the Molt Augmented is Flex Arcane. I like Molt Augmented on here. If you like something else, that's fine. Go ahead and put it on there. Another good contender is Multi-Efficiency, in order to get you a little bit extra status, ability duration, so you're invisible longer. Speaking of invisible, we got the Smoke Shadow Augmented here, which 100% critical chance while invisible, compounded with Natural Talent in order for us to cast our abilities sooner. And then we're looking at a total of 278% duration, 100% efficiency, 34% range, and then 124 power strength. But we do have this Precision Intensify, 90% ability strength for your 4th ability. Our 4th ability is Wrathful Advance, with an extra 213% melee critical chance, which goes to about 274 once Molt Augmented is maxed out. Really, this is a 2-button Warframe. It's going to be Smoke Screen, Wrathful Advance, and then you're just going to melee. You're also going to take advantage of his passive. Bleed effects inflicted on enemies do 25% increased damage and last for 50 seconds, 50% longer. Now, the melee that we're using is the Inodem. The evolutions on the Inodem really do not matter that much. I like the extra range. Finisher damage is whatever. I do like getting that Incarnate mode earlier with the 3x combo multiplier instead of the 5. And then on Finisher, 40% heavy attack efficiency for 40 seconds. Ashe's 3rd ability sets him up for finishers even without Fatal Teleport, which just does the finisher automatically. If you do it without Fatal Teleport, it will just set up the enemy for a finisher, and you have to do that finisher manually. Now, here is the Inodem build. There is no Riven. I don't have an Inodem Riven. Here you have melee exposure, but you can also have something like melee influence on there, or melee animosity. Once I max this out, this is going to be going on my build. Because on melee hit, gain 42% critical chance your next heavy attack for up to 420. So another one I like to point out too that you can use is the Glaive Prime. I'm not a big fan of the playstyle of the Glaive Prime in particular, but I know that the Glaive Prime is powerful, and it is very powerful with this build because it forces slash procs on explosion. This is what I got going on right now. I don't really mess with the Glaive Prime. If you can think of something better than this, or you have a Riven, go for it. But it does get my recommendation for this particular Ashe build. Now, as far as my pet, I have a Pharaoh Pedicite. I do recommend using a Panzer Vulpaphyla. The reason I'm using a Predicite is because I don't have a Panzer Vulpaphyla. Also, this Predicite, it's the mecha set's on here, but that's because I use them with Varuna, and she's my mecha set character. But like I said, Volatile Parasite in order to spread viral, and Endoperistic Vector also to spread viral. But like I said, if you have a Panzer Vulpaphyla, use that instead. But if you don't, you can make do with the Predacite as I have. So we're going to spawn in some Corrupted Heavy Gunners. Don't need to pause the AI. Now the gameplay loop is Invisible, Wrathful Advance, and then you can throw your glaive. Now let's see what the Enodim can do. They died before I could activate my Incarnate form. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and roll some B footage of this build in action. It's mostly just me fighting acolytes, but you know, being in the simulacrum is one thing, and being in the game is a completely different thing. We all know this. I was in Steel Path Selkie for about an hour and a half before I just got bored and left. I was still one-tapping acolytes at that point. I do prefer the Enodim over the glaive, just full disclosure there. If you have any questions or any comments, let me know.
Till I not prophesize this moment.